Hey, what's up, Amasian people? Welcome to Team Amasian's show, special edition of Speak Nerdy to Me, where we are going to review the movie Dope. Now, Dope was out, I believe, last weekend, but we've both finally had a chance to see the movie, so we definitely wanted to talk about it with you guys. Mm-hmm. And the beauty of our reviews is that Kaori and I make it a point to not share any of our thoughts before we hop on camera.
That's
so
true.
You'll probably see the reactions, of both of us just for the first time. So, Kaori, let's start off our normal format, general impressions, positives, negatives, and then, our recommendation of whether our audience should see the movie or not. So, general thoughts on Dope.
I would say definitely see it. It's different. It's unique. It's fun. It's humorous, but it's real at the same time. It engages you in all those different aspects. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It has a really high rating in Rotten Tomato, and it's it makes sense. And I really think it was well casted. It was just all together the way it gathered, the music, the soundtrack.
Yeah, good point.
Good. Solid. What did you think overall, Anne?
I agree. I mean, I think I gave some general impressions during our last Speak Nerdy to Me, but I couldn't go into detail because you hadn't seen it yet.
That's right. This is going to be spoiler time, by the way.
Thank
Spoiler.
You. Yes. So I also agree. I think it is beautifully done. I think it's really artistic and creative. I love the original story. The cast was amazing, and I'm pulling up the cast names because I unfortunately don't know. I hate trying to remember names.
That's another good thing is they didn't have a lineup of people who were extremely well known.
Agreed.
And I always like that because it's their time to shine, and they did it so effectively with this movie. I think these people are probably going to be going places if they chose right.
Yeah, I agree. Like the lead himself, is that Shameik Moore? I'm not sure.
I think so.
He was great.
Oh, yeah.
He was so good. But anyways, I'm already starting to go into my positives. So, Corey, let's start with you.
There's so
positives
many.
of the film.
Mean, the soundtrack was dope, no pun intended.
Yeah.
I thought it just brought me back to like that kind of era, even though what's interesting is they pretty much are in this era, but they love that era of the 90s. So, homage to that. That was terrific. I think the story was good. It was a right pace. It was not too slow, not too quick. And, they gave a big shout out to geeks, and the ultimate meaning is just be yourself, be proud of what you are. And it's okay to get outside the box, but continue to be yourself while you're trying out different things and different avenues. And I just think that the moral was really good.
Yeah.
I loved everything about it.
So for those of you who are not familiar with the story, Corey kind of touched on it, but it's about a kid named Malcolm. He's a geek. He's growing up in like this really, really tough neighborhood in Los Angeles, and they set the stage perfectly. I think every environment that they shot at really gave you the feel of, a neighborhood that is not so friendly growing up to people that are in that neighborhood. And like I said, Shameik Moore did such a good job of playing kind of the outcast for that particular area of town. He's a geek. He loves what he says is white people shit or whatever he calls it. He plays in a band,
he wants to go to Harvard.
He's mega smart, and and I love the two best friends. I thought their chemistry was great, the three of them. I love watching the interaction. What's her face? The main love interest was also really good.
Zoe
Kravitz.
Yeah.
I thought was great. She definitely had, to me, she reminded me so much of Janet Jackson in Poetic Justice.
Yeah.
Just the look and kind of the character was kind of cool. And you're right, the soundtrack was amazing. It really put you in that time without actually being in that time.
Yeah.
And I was really confused at first when I started watching it because I thought the whole movie would be set in that time. But then, you have the friend talking about Justin Bieber and a lot of current events. And then you realize, it's just really neat that these kids are so infatuated with the 90s that they want to live it in, the clothing that they wear, the way that they talk, the music that they listen to. And I wanted to highlight also the guy who plays Dom. I think it's Rakim Mayers. Oh, it's A$AP Rocky. I didn't know it was A$AP Rocky.
Okay, yeah.
Dom, I think, is the one that
eventually
is the reason why he goes to jail, but is the reason why the train of events happens.
He was good.
I thought he was really good. I'm surprised. I didn't even know it was A$AP Rocky. That's pretty cool. I thought his character was good in a sense that it kind of foreshadowed what Malcolm could have become. You know, because and it's that moment when Malcolm is sitting in the office with AJ, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And he sees that Dom is in one of the photos in the background, and it kind of looks like Dom could have went down the same path that Malcolm eventually gets to, which is that he finally gets accepted into college, and he gets to live the life that he wanted, to get out of the tough neighborhood. But Dom kind of got mixed up in that, and he never really escaped the drugs and that lifestyle. And so we find him in jail for part of the movie. But I like kind of the how those two characters bounce off of each other. He could have been that guy.
Yeah.
So a lot of good performances. I agree. Positives, so many.
So many.
So let's go to negatives, though.
The negatives. Why don't you go first? I can't really think of any. I know there are. I mean, every movie has the negative.
Yeah. I would say some of the negatives for me are just the coincidental, occurrences. Like the fact that AJ happens to be the father of the two guys, or his son and daughter happen to be where Malcolm is at. I know if you guys watch it, you'll get it. But Malcolm finds himself at a place that Dom tells him to go to deliver the drugs that he's stuck with. And then the coincidental thing is that the same guy Malcolm is supposed to interview with for Harvard happens to be AJ, which is their father. Yeah. And there's just a lot of connections that they had to make with that.
I'm glad you're reminding me, because my negative would probably be something that I'm willing to let go of because of the movie. Is everything just fell into place too well in terms of his shit luck, but then also in the same vein, how for me it's not credible that this frat guy, drugged out drug dealer guy managed to help them scheme against AJ, who's been doing this for so long, and yet they managed to put him in a corner and put him in his place. And I know that's a really big plot story, and that's why I'm willing to let go of it.
Sure, yeah.
But in reality, that would probably never be possible.
Yeah.
And that kind of bothers me.
And the fact that he was, what's the actor's name? Because he's from Workaholics.
Which one?
The one that is kind of like the tech.
Oh, yeah. See, and he's like a super druggy, but then he's techie. It was kind of weird.
I mean, that's another thing is, again, coincidental, that he is so smart that he's able to, break the code, and even the FBI or whoever's after them can't even figure it out. Sure, just a little too much of a stretch in some areas, but really, nothing more than that, I don't think.
Yeah, and that's just me being nitpicky, because I can totally just turn the blind eye for that. So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, I would highly recommend this movie. I think it's great. I also liked the cinematography, the way it was filmed. I liked his dance moves at the end, at the credits. Yes. I think everything just fell into place all perfect.
And I agree. I think, and the kind of bow on top of the gift is that the last part, the last 10 minutes where he's writing his essay, I thought, I don't know if you guys enjoyed that part, but I thought it was so beautifully done.
Yeah.
There's such a good message, and just the whole time he's trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to get into Harvard? I'm writing my paper, my personal essay. I have to take this interview with this guy. He's stressing out about it. And then he just, all of everything that happens to him, coincidental or not, wraps up into this one paper that he sends off to Harvard. And it's just such a good message of, like you said, be yourself. I mean, a lot of stuff.
And I also, you reminded me that I also love it that, now I forgot. Damn it.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It was something exciting.
I mean, but the last line that he delivers is something like, would you have asked me that if I weren't black? And it's just like, whoa, crazy, crazy message there,
And it's true. I mean, we're not going to get into politics right now, but there's a lot of things that people of different ethnicities have to deal with, or even females. We just think of an extra step in our daily activity. We don't go to the gas station at night. We have to think about, can I go to the gas station tonight at night? Where guys just doesn't pull in and not worry about it. But anyway, that's drifting out. What I was going to say was, I remember now, I always love it when the setting is in Los Angeles because it gives that extra tingle of, oh, I'm at home, you know, like all these things. That when they go to that burger joint, I'm thinking, yeah, we have that like burger joint we like to go to, or that breakfast burrito spot that we really enjoy, you know. And I know every other country has that. I mean, every city in the country has that. So it's just like those little things I really enjoy.
Being native LA people, it's like... That's our place. Yes,
that's right.
There is a connection there. So Kaori, you know, just to wrap it up, would you recommend people go see this movie?
I think so. Yes, I highly recommend it. No matter what mood you're in, this is a good one.
Yeah, I agree. It's really inspiring. And we totally highly recommend everybody go out and check it out before it's out of theaters. And that will do it for us for our review of Dope. Like we said, check it out. Kaori, if people want to talk more about the movie or anything else, where can people follow you?
You can follow me at Kaorius. That's Kaorious, right there.
And you guys can chat with me at Campea and follow the both of us at Team Amasian. TeamAmasian.com, as well as on Instagram and Twitter at Team Amasian. And you can also email us your thoughts if you're, if you want to share any thoughts about the film. Definitely teamamasian@gmail.com is where you can send us some emails, or definitely just comment in the comment section of our YouTube video. So until next time, you guys, we will catch you later.
Bye.